Crazy Hungarian Joe here. Hello. It's Happy Monday. Monday before Halloween. Letting you guys know right now, it's getting a little cold out. So that means that I'm going to have to go and my son and I are developing a nerd room, a video gamage entertainment center type room, man cave. So I'll be supposed to be like 45 degrees tomorrow. I'm thinking next weekend will probably be my last garage, which makes me sad because I started in the garage, you know. This is where it began. Right here. In the garage, where so many things begin. Okay, so I got a few things we're going to show tonight. A lot of them is kind of Halloweenish. My Halloweens that I spent back in the late 70s, early 80s consisted of most of these things. Like I said, I was in the process of moving into this place. A lot of my stuff still is in boxes. I'm slowly, gradually finding stuff. There's just not a lot of room to put anything. But I want to get most of my stuff out of the garage because I don't want like my comics down here and everything like that. When it gets cold out, that would be not good for my comics, you know? Okay, let's start. Last weekend, it was a trick or read at most of the comic shops here. So I grabbed a couple of the free comics. Actually, my son did. He went and so beautifully grabbed me a few things. But trick or read, free comics for ages 13 and up. That's me. Fantastic Four, Dr. Doom. We're going to start seeing a heck of a lot more Dr. Doom, folks. He's going to be all over the place here with Robert Downey Jr. playing. Mads Mikkelsen would have been such a great Dr. Doom. What is wrong with Feige, Disney? Anyway, this is kind of cool. One World Under Doom. I think that's the new series that's going to be coming out. Coming in 2025. Setting it up perfect, folks. So yeah, it's kind of interesting. I didn't show you much. I don't like to spoil. But we got Ryan North is the writer. Artist was Ivan is it Coelho? Cover artist was Mr. Alex Ross. Mr. Ross, good job. Venom Bedlam was another freebie. As you can see, Trick or Read, Marvel #1. Hey, it's free. And then Age of Resistance, Star Wars, Marvel #1, Trick or Read, Kylo Ren. Kylo Ren. Yeah. Adam Driver's a great actor. He really is. Some of the stuff that he's been in has just been, he's a wonderful actor. Wonderful actor. I thought he was good in the Star Wars sequel trilogy. But so much. But, you know, as a writer and you're making these movies, you can only go one way and you got to stick to it. You got to stick to your guns. You got to say, this is what's going to happen. Yes, there's better ideas, but this is what we have to do. I loved Force Awakens. Last Jedi is just... Last Jedi. Rise of Skywalker was okay. I don't understand why it would be the Rise of Skywalker if the only survivor would be Palpatine's granddaughter. Right? How is that the Rise of Skywalker? It's not. Palpatine won. Vader's death meant nothing. Luke's death, nothing. Han Solo, the way he died, nothing. Chewie lived, though. That's okay. Spoiler alert. Sorry. Anyway, sorry. On a rant. Another thing I'd like to talk about is I've shown these comics a couple of times, and I finally read them. If you guys are familiar with Joe R. Lansdale, trippy dude, trippy fella. Really, let's be honest, the guy should be arrested for what goes on in his head. But I read The Bizarre Hands. This first issue is very good. It's kind of a post-apocalyptic nuclear war story. And I didn't mind how it was written. Kind of in prose or whatever you want to call it. The artwork is really good in it. It's adapted by Neil Barrett Jr. Phil Hester did the art. I like this first one is great. This first one is a wonderful story. It's just there's a nuclear war. A husband and a wife lost their daughter. The wife blames the dad, because he was involved with some nuclear testing. They spent about 20 years in a fallout, and then mutations began in the outside world. And it was just really, I liked it. It was just, and I like a lot of weird things. But of the three, I mean, it's just that last picture right there with the family, the daughter who they lost, the dad, and there's the thorns from the roses, which when you die, you mutate. And if you haven't read Bizarre Hands, by Bizarre Hands, definitely read this first one. If you can find this somewhere, definitely read it. It's a very good story. It's very good. Well written. The adaptation was great. The second one here, it's about Preacher Judd, who had a handicapped sister. She was found mutilated on a Halloween. So every Halloween, Preacher Judd finds a family that has a handicapped. They use a different word in the comic. Lansdale just didn't care at all. At all. There's a lot of derogatory remarks toward races. And I'm not overly sensitive toward things. I grew up, I'm a Generation X kid. Nothing bothers us. We've heard the stories. Drinking out of the hose, staying up till midnight. As soon as the street lights went up, we had to be home. It's true. That's all true. But this is such a messed up story. I can't even recommend this to somebody. I really can't. And the same with the third one too. This third one, I will not. I bought them because it was $3 for the three of them for the series, but I cannot recommend. I tried to think about, this was adapted in 94. And I thought, my God, was it that bad back in 94? Were we that not caring of other people's things? And I'm not, don't get me wrong, I'm not I never get political. I will not get political. It's boring. It bothers me. It's just boring. Political, it's boring. I can't recommend these books. I'm just letting you guys know how I read them, and this one was so disgusting, the story behind it. About, it's not right. And I tried to think, were we that racist? Were we that big? Were we that bad back then? Words that were used in it. I mean, I don't want to, I don't even know how to prove, I don't even know where to go with my point of it. It's just so messed up. It's messed up. Silence of the Lambs, none of that stuff bothered me. The Human Centipede didn't even bother me. This bothered me. Let's go back to the 70s. Well, late 60s, 70s. 70s for me. And the only way I watch this with my grandkids. I watch it with my kids. Has to be on VHS. It's The Great Pumpkin, Charlie Brown. Good old fun. Seriously, this was so good. We all know. I don't even have to get into it. But this is just something that I will always watch on Halloween. And I pull out the VHS. There's another couple of movies I will watch on VHS. Those I'll get into when I talk about the Hammer films, which will probably be tomorrow night. We'll get into some of that. But yeah, we've all seen it. We all love it. VHS, old school. Speaking of old school, I've listened to this record my whole life. So this is something I also listen to, especially when there's trick-or-treaters. I'll put this on. Famous Ghost Stories. Headless Horseman, Ghost Ship, Telltale Heart. I love Telltale Heart. The Spectre, A Miser's Gold, with scary sounds. Mr. Pickwick. Yeah, look at that. I would love to see, we know Roger Corman did his adaptations of Edgar Allan Poe, you know. That was back. Stuart Gordon did a lot of the H.P. Lovecraft, From Beyond, Reanimator, a lot of that stuff based on it. Castle Freak, that's a good one. Jeffrey Combs. If you ever watch the Horror Mike, watch the Horror Mike show. He's got some pretty good stuff. He's a big fan of that. But yeah, I would listen to this. I still listen to this. It's just, and you have the clicking and you got the scratchy of the LP. Fun stuff. And then another thing too is, and I used to watch this all the time, and the only way I watch this is on Laserdisc because I'm a dork like that, is The Omen. I love The Omen. All right, the sequels are okay. The remake was okay, but Butenhagen. We must get a hold of Butenhagen. Love this movie. Creepy movie. Very creepy. That was back, you know, when the devil was a big thing. Exorcist. Whatever. We all know about the... There was one that had God. It had Ernest Borgnine, William Shatner in it. That was a good one. Another thing that I remember back in 1978, one Halloween after trick-or-treating, we went home and we watched Kiss Meets the Phantom of the Park, which my brother and I were huge Kiss fans back in the day. We are members of the Kiss Army. Yeah, members since 1978. Got a couple of Kiss albums just because I listen to Kiss. Kiss is just that theatrical. It's what Halloween is. Kiss came out at the perfect time. They were a band of their time, the band of their generation. Got a little Dress to Kill. These are all original albums too. Came out a few years later. This was Dynasty. A lot of my Kiss albums I've had to I was made for loving you. Charisma. Yeah, good stuff. One of my favorite albums of all time, Kiss Alive 2. I've seen Kiss like 6 times in concert. They're still just one of my greatest bands of all time. Just to watch live, their stage show was amazing. And you know, a lot of people give him crap, but Paul Stanley is one of the greatest frontmen. I mean, I'll arm wrestle someone for it. He's one of the greatest frontmen you'll ever have working your band. He gets the crowd going. Animalize. These aren't in order, but these are just a few, you know, my Kiss albums that are still operational that work, and I don't like to have anything that's broken. Destroyer, Of course, yeah. You're a Kiss fan, you gotta have Destroyer. That's a no-brainer. Destroyer. Classic. Do you love me? Not really. Kiss Unmasked. This is kind of the downfall of these boys. They kind of... This is all right. There's a few. Two Sides of the Coin. You're All That I Want. There's some good songs on here. And, of course... Rock and Roll Over. One of my favorite covers. And look at that. Trippy. Okay. I showed some of not these, but some of these. Like Halloween week back when we were kids, it was just we read everything that we could get our hands on. That was, you know, somewhat scary. Charles Berlitz, author of the Bermuda Triangle, Atlantis, the Eighth Continent. I love these books. I love old books, paperback especially. That's got some stuff in it, but oh well. Extraterrestrial Visitations from Prehistoric Times to the Present by Jacques Bizet. And I have read all of these. They're good reads. Here's a classic, C.G. Jung. Young. Depends on where you're from. This is a good one. I don't even remember what year this came out. This was 69. This is the first printing. Of course, Don Hunter and Renee Dahinden. Sasquatch. Renee Dahinden is him personally. If you've seen Harry and the Hendersons, the French guy, can't remember the actor's name. He used to play Herc Provo in the old Agatha Christie movies, TV show. He's based. That Renee is based on. The character is based on him. Not a very well-liked human being in the Bigfoot community back in the day. And, of course, we have It Exists, Bigfoot, America's Abominable Snowman. This is a pretty classic book right here. This, I believe, was this was 75. I remember my brother having this one. The only one that I have that's originally from back then, I'll show you here. Bigfoot. I'm always in the looking for Bigfoot books. John Wallace Spencer, No Earthly Explanation. This is a kind of a weird book, kind of creepy. That's a 70s book. This, of course, is In Search of Ancient Mysteries by Alan and Sally Landsberg. Forward by Rod Serling. 32 amazing photos. Did man begin on Earth, or was he sent here from other worlds? So that's kind of interesting. In Search of Ancient Mysteries. This is the book I've kept through the years. Can't believe these were $1.50 back in the day. John Green is a huge. This was 73. John Green was huge back in the day with Bigfoot. He went looking for the Squatchy guy for years. On the track of Sasquatch in California and the Pacific Northwest. Of course, you have the Patterson-Gimlin photo there. Bloop video. Yeah, so we got that. Aliens Among Us. Ruth Montgomery, psychic lady. It's a good read. And UFOs Exist by Paris Flamon. Origin of the UFO. That's a good one too. Beep. Okay, last but not least. This I found maybe 10 years ago at a flea market. Thrilled when I found it. My kids and I have played this on Halloween every night. We have a certain ritual on Halloween. I usually take the day off because that's just what I do. I make a big old bowl of chili, big old pot of chili. We watch horror movies, preferably any horror movie that was before 1980, except for Halloween 3: Season of the Witch, because I love that movie. Thank you, Tommy Wallace. We watch The Thing from Another World, Howard Hawks, 1956. 56? We watched, of course, the original Halloween movie, 78, Carpenter. We watched Evil Dead, the original Evil Dead. And then we just kind of go from there. And then we watch The Mummy, Hammer the Mummy. We start this right when they get out of school. We just start it, then they go trick-or-treating. I'll watch a movie because they'll be like too excited to watch, but I trick-or-treats anyway. We'll do the trick-or-treating, then we just do that. Then we eat chili and eat candy. And we play. This is fun. Please comment if you had this game or you have it, because it is freaking awesome. Kreskins ESP. Original. Everything in it. Milton Bradley. Do you have extra sensory perception? Do you? This is so fun. Well, the mystery pendulum, answer your questions about love, career, finance. Look at this. Now get out of there. Come on, Joe. They're all just a bunch of different games you play. Wait, let me do this one. Sorry. Remember the part in Ghostbusters? This is not your day at the beginning with Venkman, and he does the little psychic thing. You got one of these. What color am I pointing out? Fun. Oh, this is just awesome. Got a love test. Test screen. Anyway, these cards. Just wait. Here it is. Here it is. Ready? I'm sorry. It's just. Look at that. What's it gonna do? Okay, everybody, all at once, concentrate on the pendulum. Left, right, 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 left, right. Trippy, huh? I'm not even moving. Look. Steady as a sheet. Wait, steady as a board. Yeah, but I shoot with this one. Yeah. You saw it. It works. Left, right. You saw it. Okay. Anyway, you'll hear from me again. This is Halloween week. It's my favorite week of the year. I do love Christmas too, but this is just fun too. Yeah, so thank you for watching. Like if you liked the video. Don't like if you didn't like it. I don't care. Whatever. No, I do care. That would hurt my feelings. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. I have 71 subscribers. I think that's awesome. Thank you. I was thinking about having a giveaway soon. Couple of things. I don't know. That'd be kind of cool. Just to thank people for watching my videos and subscribing. I think you guys deserve something. You have to look at my mug. So I'll be having a given away. I'll be having a giveaway here in a couple of weeks, probably before Thanksgiving. I'll have a couple of things. But yeah, thank you. Thank you for watching. And be safe out there. Don't forget to vote next week. I don't know why I said that. I don't know. Yeah, all right. Have a happy Halloween week. You'll hear from me shortly. Have a good night. Have a good day tomorrow, whatever you do. Work, walk, don't work. Make videos. Enjoy it. Love it. Okay. Thanks, guys. See you later.